So one thing I think would make a huge difference to almost anyone's skin is being consistent. And I know this is a bit rich coming from someone that really struggles with being consistent posting here, but hear me out. So even if you don't have a big budget, or even if you do, if you're not consistent, you're never going to see the best results from your skincare. And even myself, even though, I'm having a bit of an up and down journey with my skin at the moment with eczema, I've still remained really consistent with my cleansing routine and my sunscreen routine, because those are things that are kind of like your non-negotiables. And even if even when my skin's flaring and I can't be tolerating my usual actives like my tretinoin, I can still keep up with my fundamentals in my skincare, and I'm not going to lose a great amount of progress in the quality of how my skin is looking and feeling. So this is me, no makeup on whatsoever, no tint at all. I do have the La Roche-Posay Anthelios SPF 50 on. This isn't going to be for everyone, but for me, I love it because it's got some incredible UVA and UVB long and short wave protection. The formulation is incredibly lightweight, so it literally sinks into the skin. It feels like nothing. And then if I did choose to wear makeup sits really well on top of it. And yeah, I can vouch that even for me anyway, at least, it hasn't caused any stinging around the eyes. This is a chemical sunscreen, and I know some people that experience stinging around the eyes have to go for mineral sunscreens. So this may not be the perfect one for you, but I've got years of using this and I really swear by it, and I don't really see myself changing anytime soon. Also, cost-wise, it's regularly on offer in a lot of the drugstore stores like Boots, and also you get your Advantage card points, which is always quite nice, a nice little bonus. And I just keep it. I keep one in my bag, and then I often have one in the bathroom by my toothbrush. And then literally, even if I'm like in a hurry, I'll always see this. It's always somewhere as a good reminder that I need to keep applying it, whatever the weather. And it's really helped me improve in terms of texture. I am in my 40s. I don't have any Botox or filler other than in my lips. And the last time I did my lips was a year ago now. And so that's probably gone down a fair bit. But yeah, I've not had any Botox or anything like that. I had, prior to my most recent eczema flare, been using tretinoin probably about 3 or 4 nights a week for the part since about 2016. Prior to that, I probably didn't really use much in the way of actives, just simply because I wasn't that well versed on them. I was probably using all the wrong things, and then after having an appointment with a dermatologist and starting to use things like azelaic acid and tretinoin, and SPF properly, the right amount, and consistently daily, I would say after about 6 to 9 months, I had cleared some hormonal acne that I would be experiencing. And I still get the odd breakout around my cycle, but it's more just that now I have a toolkit that can give me what I need to get rid of those breakouts faster without a lot of damage left behind. As you can see, I do have a little bit of marks here because I wasn't using my azelaic recently because of the eczema flaring. Normally I would have used that and that would have faded within a few weeks. So I might have to do a bit more upkeep on that bit. But by and large, I would say I'm really happy with how my skin's gone. Obviously, you know, there's always room for improvement, but I do think a lot of people just expect too much from serums or creams or even masks, like, you know, these LED masks and things, but they don't do the basics. And, you know, if you've got like the great foundation with your skin routine, then if you are going to wear any makeup, it's just going to sit a lot nicer on the skin. It's not going to highlight any of those textural irregularities or things like that. So yeah, if you struggle with consistency, my tip would be put things in a place where you're always going to see them. Like, it sounds really obvious, but it's something that I have spoken to with certain people and they're like, oh yeah, that's a really good idea. And I'm just like, seems really obvious to me because I'm a very visual learner. Like, if something's right in front of me or if I read it a few times, like, it sort of sinks in and I get into a habit of it. So it's all about creating a habit that works for you. Like, I wish I could say I could apply this same consistency to other areas of my life, but I've mastered it on the skincare side, and hopefully, you know, if you're feeling a bit like you're wondering why you're struggling with certain things, it's because you just maybe need to update your routine or just make it easier for you, so there are less barriers to you doing your sunscreen application in the morning and having some in your bag to reapply halfway through your day. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this. What hacks have you done to become more consistent in your routines? What's worked for you? What hasn't? Would love to hear.